of the Cummings Africa Foundation and political leader of the Alternative National Congress, Liberia. Mr. Cummings was born at the Old Government Hospital in Monrovia to Mr. Alexander B. Cummings Sr., an educator and Episcopal prelate, and Mr. Ayo Cummings, a midwife and small business owner. He grew up in Point Four, Bourgeois Island, as well as Fairmont, and attended Monrovia Demonstration Elementary School. Thereafter, he enrolled at the College of West Africa, CWA for short, where he graduated as the senior class president. He started college at Cottington University in Bond County, and later transferred to Northern Illinois University in the United States of America. He returned to Liberia and began his professional business and finance career at the Liberian Bank for Development and Investment. He returned to the United States of America to further his education, but like many Liberians, could not return due to the civil unrest. He started work with the Pillsbury Company, where he subsequently rose to the position of Vice President of Finance for all of Pillsbury's international businesses. Mr. Cummings joined the Coca-Cola Company in 1997, where he worked for 19 years until his retirement as Executive Vice President and Chief Administrative Officer of the Coca-Cola Company. He began at Coca-Cola in Africa as Managing Director and Regional Manager of Coca-Cola Nigeria, and was promoted to President and Chief Operating Officer of the Coca-Cola Africa Group, responsible for all Coca-Cola Company's operations in Africa, encompassing a total of 56 countries and territories across the continent of Africa. In 2008, Mr. Cummings was promoted to Executive Vice President and Chief Administrative Officer of the Coca-Cola Company, with solicited oversight of key global corporate functions, including strategic planning, human resources, legal, information technology, strategic security, sustainability, the Coca-Cola Foundation, and all the technical functions, including research and development, innovation, quality, procurement, manufacturing, etc., across 5 groups and 200 countries globally. He has lived and worked in Liberia, the United States of America, Nigeria, Kenya, the United Kingdom, and South Africa. He retired in 2016 and focused on Liberia to serve his country in business, politics, and philanthropy. As part of his philanthropy, the Cummings Africa Foundation has invested nearly $2 million into health, education, entrepreneurship, the arts, and women and youth empowerment in Liberia. In 2015, Mr. Cummings received Liberia's highest honor, the Humil Order of African Redemption, for his humanitarian work in Liberia and acts supporting and assisting the Liberian nation and Africa. In 2017, he contested the Liberian presidential election and came 5th out of 22 candidates, despite joining the race less than 2 years to the elections. His mentorship of emerging business leaders has helped create successful businesses in the United States of America and several businesses in Liberia, amongst others. He is a global player with a strong network of relationships with heads of state, political leaders, global business leaders, and philanthropists. He currently serves on the boards of S.C. Johnson and Son Incorporated, and until recently, CARE at Clark Atlanta University, where he served as the chairman of the board. He has also served on the boards of Chevron, the Coca-Cola Bottling Company Consolidated, International Bank Liberia Limited, America Institute, Africa, the Corporate Council of Africa, the African Presidential, you are distracting me, MC, the African Presidential Archives and Research Center, the Center for Global Development Commission on U.S. policy towards low-income, poorly performing states, and a member of the Executive Leadership Council. He recently served as political leader of the Collaborating Political Parties, the CPP, Liberia's larger opposition bloc formed by the All Liberian Party, the Alternative National Congress, the Liberty Party, and entirely the Field Unity Party. He holds a BA in Finance and minor in Economics from Northern Illinois University and an MBA in Finance from Clark Atlanta University. He is married to Mr. Teresa Cummings for 40 years. They have 2 children, Ayo and Boakai, and 5, not the Boakai that is based in Liberia, and 5 grandchildren. And now I have the privilege to invite to this podium our Honorable Keynote Speaker, Mr. Alexander B. Cummings. May you please rise.
Thank you. Please have a seat. Thank you. Hello. Chairman Kowo, permit me to stand on existing protocols to save some time. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Alternative National Congress, yes, sir, and in my own name, please accept our congratulations on this historic occasion of the 22nd anniversary of CDC. And let me also say to Senator Nimley, Senator Dennis, it's good to be celebrating this occasion with you in Grand Jide, the land, the rising sun. This moment speaks not only to the growing strength and maturity of our democracy, but to the perseverance and triumph of a people's movement. The formation of the Congress for Democratic Change was a pivotal moment in the course of our political dispensation. This party of the masses, led by President George Weah, gave voice to the voiceless, hope to the hopeless, and courage to the downtrodden. This party gave sons and daughters of low-income and neglected communities an opportunity to serve out of West Point, Newport-town, Claratown, Logantown, Zwedru, and across the nation, key ministers, commissioners, directors, representatives, senators, and a president. This is symbolic of the power and resilience of a people overlooked, underestimated, and treated like outsiders in their own home. I know that all too well, as I've also been overlooked, underestimated, and treated like an outsider. From a young boy with 3 sisters who grew up in Point Four in a humble Christian home, a mother who sold women's underwear, and an educator who later became a preacher, competing in a foreign country and rising to one of the highest positions in a global company valued at over $355 billion. I was overlooked and underestimated when I returned home 10 years ago to serve my country. And I was also called an outsider. I've been labeled arrogant, proud, stuck up, but in fact, I'm just a simple and blessed by God, a young boy from Point Four who attended demonstration school became president of my CDC graduating class, worked at LBDI, all of these things before my global success. Similarly, with your standard bearer, our former president, a simple man blessed by God, a young talented man from Claratown who played football so well for local teams before his global success, who came back to serve people. That is what this moment is about. Triumph, resilience, perseverance of people overlooked and underestimated. This moment is also a living testament to a traditional Liberian proverb. Although a tree may grow into many branches, it is never separated from its roots. In our multi-party democracy, we may each be identified by different party labels, but we are all from one root, Liberia, which means our common denominator, which is our common denominator. Our destinies are inseparably linked, and so our future must be built together as one people. Today, as a nation and people, we face a struggle that is as old as our country. Some have termed it a struggle for rights and rights. Others have named it a struggle for social justice. But at its core, Liberia's struggle has always been for equality of opportunity. For too long, poverty, inequality, exclusion, marginalization have deprived our nation. These evils have dominated our political space and undermined our quest for nation building and sustained development. Our struggle has taken many forms, including civil wars, public dissent, mass protests by our people, and lofty promises of political leaders. Yet time and again, the state has failed to adequately address these issues, leading more Liberians into distrust and cynicism. The question before the conscience of our nation is not whether we need change. The real question is, why have we failed to change our country? To answer that question, we must face some inconvenient truths. Let me list three of them. One, we've always had a government of the few. That means only few people benefit from the government. We have failed because what should be a government of the people, by the people, and for the people has become a government of the few. Government in, government out have prioritized only a few people. Political tension and civil strife in Liberia have always been rooted in unequal access to the nation's wealth and the deliberate exclusion of citizens from national decision-making. It's even more rife under this unity party government, which is no different. This cannot be an excuse or just a policy gap. Rather, it is a profound failure of past and current leadership. At every stage of our development, bold and visionary decisions are required to ensure fair distribution of our resources and to foster reconciliation. Yet our leaders have consistently chosen the path of division over unity, favoritism over fairness, and expediency over justice. Instead of building bridges across ethnic and political lines, the Joseph Boakai-led Unity Party government has deepened the cracks, allowing Liberia to regress into dangerous tribal cleavages and partisan extremism. We are being reduced to tribesmen and partisans, the citizens bound by common destiny. This betrayal of leadership by the Unity Party government is not acceptable. Weak institutions, the dysfunction of the Liberian state, and the continuance of bad governance are not the exclusive practice of one regime or one class of people. But it is just
so it's quite unfortunate that the weather cannot permit us to continue this broadcast because we cannot continue in the rain. The rain is drizzling.
Because it's starting to rain, let me end my speech by saying the following.
Let me see how best I can squeeze under this
on behalf of the ANC.
Yeah, so we can continue from here.
I want to congratulate the CDC for your 22 years of this movement. I want to thank you for the opportunity to be your keynote speaker. And unfortunately, I had to follow the former president. I had to follow Boakai. You didn't do me fair, Boakai. But we as Liberians need to unite. We as Liberians need to work as one people. That's the only way we can change our culture. Dividing us by tribe, by ethnicity, by geography will not solve Liberia. Let me leave you with a Liberia I think we should aspire to. You know we all eat rice, right? We all should have the same right to put our hand in the bowl of rice called Liberia. We don't choose our tribe. We don't choose our religion, we don't choose our gender. Those things should not give us any advantage or disadvantage over each other. All Liberians should be guaranteed the same opportunity, and our culture should be managed for the benefit of the common and the ordinary Liberian. This is the future we aspire to. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless Liberia.